What's up, guys? This is Jordan from BarkleyLakeBassin. I know I'm not at my table right now. You can see, maybe see my chair right here. I wanted to try a new angle. I just wanted to see what you guys thought, how I look at this angle. I just didn't like sitting down at the table. I feel like I'm cramped doing that. I feel like I can't move around, do what I really want to do. So I'm just testing out a new way to present to you guys. In today's video, I just want to talk about something really simple. I want to talk about how I organize tackle. The reason I want to talk about this is because I think it's real important to have a simple and easy way to store your tackle and not have to move it around 300-400 times and wonder where what is and try to figure out what you're doing it with, and you just kind of figure everything out. The first thing I want to talk about is soft plastics and how I store them. A lot of people have issues with them. Some people just bunch them all together. Some people separate them out based on if it's a stick bait or if it's a finesse bait or a trick worm, etc., etc. I want to talk about how I store mine. And I am a huge fanatic of I guess you'd call these the little Ziploc, or I don't know, they're not the press and seal, so yeah, I guess they're Ziplocs. I brought a couple bags down with me. This is one of my T-rig bags. As you can kind of see, it's kind of full. I'll crack it open. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. I've got some swim baits in here, some flukes, some stick baits, curly tail worms, big worms, little worms, all kinds of different stuff. This is like a catch-all bag. And you might think, well, how do you know what's in there? Well, if I have a lot of one thing, like if I have a swim bait that I'm strictly going to use for Texas rigging, I'll have like T-rig swim and have swim in parentheses, or I'll have, say I've got a bunch of stick baits, I'll put T-rig stick on the bag. I kind of separate it out, but generally I pick what's working. I try to figure out what I'm going to be using when it comes tournament day, and I'll just kind of stockpile it all in this bag right here, in a bag similar to it, and I'll just throw it all in there. And I need a new worm or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I need something for my Texas rig. Get into my compartment. Oh, here it is. It really slims it all down. And I've got another bag here. This is my spin/buzz bag. All I use on those 90% of the time are little curly tail grubs. I don't really stray from that. I might use a double tail grub, but I don't really stray trailer wise when it comes to spinner baits and buzz baits. And I don't really have many in this bag. I've got another bag up at the house that's pretty full. But that's how I like to store my soft plastics. I like to put them in these bags because they're watertight. They keep everything together. I can organize it really easy, and I can have a ton of bags that have everything separated out, ready to go in the boat with me. And if I decide, well, one color is going to work and another color is not, when it comes tournament day, all I got to do is just throw the colors that I want, throw the baits that I want in one bag, and go. Now when I'm practicing, when I'm just in the boat normally, I keep everything either in these bags or in totes, and I store everything up at the house in totes. They're just real small, just big enough to fit like a regular size, I would call it a Zoom bag. You put my baits in there, organize them by color and everything else, and I can just pick through and pick out what I need. But those are doubles that I have of everything, and what I keep on the boat is normally in these bags, because the bags are easier to move around and use than the totes are. To get into hard baits, I've taken everything apart, so I don't really have a whole lot in many of these boxes. I've just got 2 with me down here tonight, but I don't really store much. I don't really have much in these boxes right now, so don't think I just don't have any baits. It's just I've got everything strewn out everywhere trying to organize it. This is a new box that I have just discovered, and I've got a chatterbait in here, but I found this at BPS, Bass Pro Shop, down in Nashville not too long ago. It's a spinnerbait buzzbait box. I've never seen one of these before. They've probably been around for forever. But the ones I've always seen are like the deep ones that you just drop your spinnerbait or your buzzbait down over top of the little wall in the middle of it. And I don't really like that because I feel like it's just awkward. It takes up a lot of really weird space, especially when all of your like 3700 series boxes are kind of rectangular, not very deep. You know, it doesn't make sense to add that to your arsenal if you don't have to. And so I found this box the other day, and I've just got a couple buzz baits and a few spinner baits in it. But as you can see here, I'm going to try to hold this up to the camera. But as you can see here, it's got these little arms, and you can stick your bait down in the side. And then like right here, I'll try to zoom in on this or hold this up close enough. As you can see here, it's got these little arms in here that I can clip the arm of my spinnerbait under. Then all I've got to do is close it up, lock it up, and throw it in there just like every other box or bag that I have. I don't have this one marked like the rest of them. But, you know, it's just super easy to use. You know, and it goes in with all the other boxes. Like here's one of my plain old waterproof ones. I mean, same size just about. Same thickness, same length and everything else. So it's not a big awkward box to carry around. And that's what I like about it, is because it's super easy to carry around. It makes sense to add it into your tackle arsenal as opposed to one big bulky awkward box. Now this box that I've got here, this is labeled my 15-foot or deeper crank. When I was talking about my soft plastics, I like to bulk all my soft plastics together in one bag for like a certain technique that I know the colors and the baits are going to work. And I kind of like to do that with my crankbaits because I don't really throw a whole lot of crankbaits. And this is my bulk bag or my bulk box that I just kind of throw all my stuff in. I normally keep all my stuff separated out. Like during practice time, I've got my DT8s, my DT10s, my 12s, 14s, 16s. I've got them all separated out because for me, it's easier for me to go, well, I want to fish 16 foot of depth. Go to that box, grab something out. But when it's tournament day and it's just like, well, I'm only going to have one DT16 and like a DT24 and like a DT22 or something like that, you know, I'm going to have a big, huge array of them depth-wise, but I'm only going to have one or two of each depth. So I just kind of picked the 15 foot or deeper depth range to just say, okay, I'm going to put these in this box and then everything below that in another box. So as you can see here, this is a waterproof Plano 3700 series. I'll hold it up to the side here. I have some Rapalas in here. I've got some Strike King, some Bandit. What I love about Rapala baits, let me shake this one loose, is I doubt you'll be able to read this here, but Rapala puts, well, let me flip it the other way. Rapala puts their dives to depth on the bill of the bait. So when you're looking at the bait, you don't wonder, is that a DT10 or 12 or what is it? You don't ever have to think about it or wonder. It's always on the bill in the plastic. So what I like to do with my baits that don't have it on there, as soon as I pull them out of the package, always, always, always write it on the bill with a permanent marker. And if it ever starts to fade, I try to keep it up, touched up and ready to go, because I don't want to look at a bait and think, oh crap, I don't know what depth this goes to. I'll always write it down on the bill. A fish isn't going to see that. It's a crankbait. It's going to be constantly moving. It's not going to affect the way it moves. It's not going to affect the way it looks. You know, bass aren't going to care if it says 16 on it and it really is a 14. You will, but the bass aren't going to differentiate. And so I just don't even think twice about it. Another thing that I keep in this box are all my replacement hooks. I've got some size 4s, some size 2s, and some size 6s. 2, 4, and 6 is really all I use. I don't get much bigger than that. I don't really see a need to, because I think oversized hooks can sometimes affect the bait negatively. I think sometimes they're great to use, but generally I don't use them, so I don't really carry them. I keep extra split rings, which I'm running low on, so I need to replace them. But I like to store my baits like that. Now, I normally keep everything separate when it comes practice time. Everything's in its own boxes. Jigs have their own boxes. Shaky heads have their own boxes. My worm stuff has its own box. My spinner baits and buzz baits, they have their own box. You know, I don't compile a bunch of stuff together. I try to keep everything separated out as much as I can. But my big thing is I like to compile stuff because, like, say I'm a co-boater and I go out to fish as a non-angler or a non-boater in a tournament, I can't be bringing all 400 boxes with me and 800 bags of stuff. I've got to limit myself, so I try to compile everything that I'm going to use or plan on using, or that I think will get me bites, and I try to compile all that stuff up into one box and then go that way. Now, if I'm in my own boat and I'm fishing a tournament out of my boat, I don't do anything. I don't separate it out. I don't do anything like that. I just go out and I need a DT16, click the box open, pull out a DT16, and I just go for it. I don't think twice about it. But when I'm fishing as a co-angler, I try to be conscientious of the fact that I'm probably not going to be the only person in the boat. Well, I'm not going to be the only person in the boat, as well as I'm not going to have very much space in the boat. I'll probably have one compartment if I'm even that lucky. So I try to be conscientious of that. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button down below. If you like this new angle, let me know down in the comments. If you think I should go back to the table, let me know in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think and what you guys like best. Make sure that you tell your friends about my channel, send them my way. Leave a comment below with any questions you have or any videos you might like to see. And until next time, see you later on Barkley Lake Bassin.